Hello, Ubers. Welcome back to Matted Screen Media Reviews. I am Matt. I'll be bringing you Sssss today. Finally, I'm getting this one up. I promised you I would, and I am doing it. This is, of course, S or Snake or Hiss. It's not really a title so much as it is a sound. Don't say it, hiss it, is the very clever catchphrase for this one. Produced by the brilliant minds behind Jaws, Richard D. Zanuck and David Brown, this 1973 classic just proves that these guys were the perfect choice to be producing Jaws. There's really no other way to describe it than that. These guys know how to make genre films. From start to finish, it's cheesy, it's cornball. You could easily write it off as some sort of drive-in piece of schlock cinema, and it certainly is that. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you have an entire plot built around Strother Martin's Dr. Stoner trying to turn his lab assistant into some sort of human-snake hybrid to some sort of evolutionary bridge between man and reptile, you're destined for some pretty schlocky moments, and the movie absolutely delivers on that, especially once this dude starts to change. It's also great when the film segues to a circus tent where Strother Martin's previous lab assistant is now the featured creature. He has no arms. He's got these little duck wing things going. It's a lot of fun, great makeup effects. It's just all around a great release. And Scream Factory knocked it out of the park once again. Picture quality is fantastic. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. It shows fine facial features, details very clearly. Costuming, production design is fantastic, but most importantly with a movie like this, it actually shows the snakes really clearly, really up close. And it doesn't play around, this movie. That's another part of it that was so creepy, is these actors had to work with real live snakes. And there's a king cobra that's prominently featured throughout, and there's a dude that keeps slapping the head of the thing. I don't know how he didn't die during the making of this movie. It's just creepy. I grew up as a kid loving snakes. I loved snakes. I was a little kid. I loved running around. I liked grabbing snakes off the ground, garter snakes, tame ones, things that wouldn't bite you or kill you. This movie actually made me afraid of snakes. The way they are able to work them into the plot is fantastic, and instead of using some really cheesy puppets, except for one obvious exception, they used a lot of real life snakes, and it shows up in this transfer beautifully. Sound quality is awesome. Another 4 out of 5 on that one. No problems with it. It's a good solid DTS HDMA 2.0 stereo mix, so you can hear the dialogue just fine. Sound effects come through with a nice natural quality to them, while there's plenty of baked in atmospherics to give each scene a sense of breadth and space and part of the movement. Extra features are a little slim. Just a interview with Dirk Benedict, who plays the hapless lab assistant, David Blake. He's got some fond memories about the movie. The other interview is with Heather Menzies-Ulrich, better known as Christina, the daughter, I guess, of Dr. Stoner in this, and she was also in Sound of Music. She's also got some pretty fun tidbits about the production, what it was like actually working with the snakes, stuff like that. It's all around decent material, just not very expansive. I would have loved to have seen some more archival material if there was any available, or even a historical audio commentary track, because you got to realize this is a film that predated Jaws. It was what got Zanuck and Brown on the map as producers for Universal, and some more material along those lines would have been really cool, because if this movie hadn't been a hit, they probably wouldn't have been able to be in a position to acquire Jaws. As far as packaging goes, it's a traditional standard Blu-ray keep case, but there is reversible artwork this time. Don't worry, yours will not have that little hole punch. That's because I have a screener advance copy. This one, it clearly puts Jaws front and center, which I really love. I love the cheesy angle that this was a re-release poster artwork that wasn't afraid to remarket this film on the heels of Jaws. Also, it displays the retitle of Snake. I like myself. It's just fun. It's a great fun way to say a title. Instead of going hiss or sneak or anything cliche like that, you just go, have you seen Sssss? No, I have not seen Sssss. Well, you really should check out Sssss. It's kind of fun. You know, you don't often get to see a movie that's a sound instead of an actual name title. At the end of the day, I am giving Sssss a solid 4 out of 5. All around, just a great release. I love that Shout Factory / Scream Factory keeps releasing all this genre material that most studios would just churn and burn or not even bother to release at all. So give it a look. It's well worth the time. That's it for this review of Sssss. I hope this was helpful and enjoyable for you and made your purchasing decision a little bit easier. Just remember to keep your media physical, and if your garbage disposal is actually running, don't put your hand in it. That could go very, very badly for you. Till next time.